This is Wassup Flobo. Every Wednesday, we get to hang out with yours truly and talk about what's going on in my mind and what's going on in my soul. And I always want to thank you guys for checking this out because I know you have a bunch of other vlogs and blogs to check out, things with a lot more valuable information. But you get to hang with me, and that's A-OK. Before I get to today's topic, I gotta say, as always, this is brought to you part by the Boyce crew. That's what we call our Patreon subscribers. So hit me up, patreon.com/FloboBoy. That's right, patreon.com/FloboBoys. That's right there down below. You can unlock things such as full-length video interviews, exclusive shows, galleries, and more. And everyone gets access to my show notes to see how I come up with my questions for my show, New Amsterdam Radio. But you get to have so much more the more you pitch in. So head up the Boyce crew, patreon.com/FloboBoys. So last week, we were talking about, I just noticed, so okay, on Saturday, my mom had called me and she says, when you're changing subjects, you do a big sound with your mouth. You breathe things in. And I never noticed it. And I just did it. I just realized what I was doing. This is the beauty of live recording. I totally get what she meant because I was ending a segment and I was going to another one, a little bit of transitions. I did the whole, okay, Mom, I get it. I totally get it. I was going to say, besides the fact that last week I had the post of thing, I feel fat, and I appreciate all you people that was in the DMs saying, hey man, I understand if there's fat days for everybody. Appreciate the love and the adoration there. But today, I wanted to talk to you about specifically a question I ask a lot of my guests on my two flagship shows, New Amsterdam Radio and Wassup Flobo After Hours. And you usually want to sit down with them, whether it is talking about their projects or their dreams and desires. I always ask, how do you unwind? How do you relax? How do you recharge the battery? And so to me, it's always cool to see the insight when it comes to that. But usually when someone asks me that question, and it's never on a show. No one ever asks me that on a show because I can think when I'm a guest on a program, I'm just more in the mode of, all right, I'll answer your question in sound bites. I'll answer your question as quickly and efficiently as possible. When I'm hanging out with friends and they're like, hey, how did you relax and unwind? And I go, I don't know. So I want to work that out today on this episode of Wassup Flobo. So I was trying to think with the last time I felt relaxed, and that sounds terrible. I should be like, oh yeah, every day, or after a long hard day's work, I hit the bar. And for a while that was the case. I would go to the bar. There's a bar around my neighborhood. I'm pointing as if you know where that is, right? There's around my neighborhood, if you do one of these things, a lasso, called the Garage here in West LA, here in Palms, and they'll have a decent enough happy hour. Especially, you can go down there and have a beer and half of a pretzel and a $6 burger and fries, and you can breezily get full, watch the game, and not break the bank. And that used to be like a little Thursday or Friday afternoon treat, obviously before the pandemic, and I haven't been there since. I'm not sure the prices have changed or anything, but that was like my go-to. Like, I'm gonna go and relax. And sometimes I'll get into fights because I would ask for the Mets to be on, and someone's like, I want the Dodgers on because we're in Los Angeles, and that becomes a fun banter. But since the lockdown, since the pandemic, I don't really feel as if I relaxed in that way. One of the benefits and detriments, depending on how you look at it, of working more in esports is that video games used to be the unwinding thing. But now, since I competitively play Rocket League as well as cast it, I'm either watching videos to train, learn new techniques, learn new casting techniques, or to get better myself. Not to say it's stressful. I mean, it's a video game. It's not a big deal. But I wouldn't say it's kind of like turn your brain off as it used to be, because it's now becoming a better part of my career. Then it was like, well, do I like massages? No. Do I like the beach? No. Do I like reading a book and curling up reading the book? It's like, I do, but I don't really consider that a relaxing thing. To me, it's leveling up. Because I typically read nonfiction on my own when I read like business books or memoirs and those stuff. So I don't usually read for like the pulpy pleasure as I did when I was in my early 20s. I used to be all into crime novels and comic book graphic novels. But it's like, man, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like, well, I used to go to Vegas. That wasn't my thing. I would get up and I would gamble, I would walk the strip, but that happens so infrequently. You can't say I relax once every 18 months. That's not good. In fact, to answer my original question, the last time I felt relaxed, like 100%, was I did a day trip to Vegas back in May to help out a friend to see what he was up to. And I got there early, like I would say 10:30, 11, got into my room, went to the sundries and got a bath bomb and did a bath bomb in one of those tubs. And I cracked open a brewski and I hung out and I fell asleep like an old man that I am. I think that was the last time I felt like, yeah, that's great. Now I know you're probably saying, Flopito, that's not healthy at all. And you're probably right. I got to find new ways to relax. But then you're kind of like, man, I do so much stuff. Do I schedule time to relax? And do I push that time if something encroaches on that time to relax? What is relaxing is because I feel like if I'm in a place where I'm not doing anything at all, I get nervous. I go, I should be doing something. And that doesn't get me relaxed at all. People say that is a telltale sign of I would say being a workaholism, workahol. I don't know what the transitive verb is. You know what I'm saying? That's a telltale sign of being a workaholic when you're never at ease. But I don't know. I think I take my little moments, relaxing moments, in short spurts during the day. Like this morning, I got up and I posted on my social medias. I promoted my stuff. Then I went for a walk. That's also my exercise period because my knees are still messed up. I came back and I promoted. I bought some promotion for some of my content, and I was communicating with my Rocket League team. And now I'm gonna get some lunch after doing this episode of Wassup Flobo. Like to me, that's fine. Like I don't feel like the day is stressful. One of the biggest advantages of working for yourself is that I can stretch out my day as long as I want. I've done the intense 6-hour day to get everything done to have my afternoon. And that's not nearly as fun as saying, okay, sure. It's 6 o'clock, work 2 hours, work 3 hours, take a break, work 3 hours, take a break. Yeah, your day is much longer. And yeah, the 6 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. vibe isn't the business when the world is open up. But during the quarantine time, that worked for me. That let me felt like I was able to be productive and not overly stressed. So I guess the question I have for you out there is, what does relaxing mean to you? Is it something small, like having a cup of coffee by the windowsill? Or does it have to be something big, like a good vacation somewhere for a week where you get to lay out and have people fan you with giant palm leaves and feed you grapes individually? Questions I ask. Let me know in the comments below, and please hit me up. I will totally want to see how you relax. And if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on social media at Boyce on Twitter, at Flopito on Instagram, and my two websites, flopito.com. All of my my personal content's there. If you want to book me as a live entertainment professional in Southern California, DJs, MCs, motivational speakers, what's the other word? Keynote speakers. Yes, flopito.com. And if also you want to see the shows that I'm working on, the shows that I host, learn more at newamsterdam.com. That's KNEW, Amsterdam.com. And well, that does it for me. Yeah, I'm gonna go relax. And by that I mean eat lunch while looking at my phone while wishing for donuts, because that to me always makes me happy. Till next week.